Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video we're going to be solving the third section of the March 2020 SAT. So without further ado, I'm going to start a timer for 25 minutes. We have 20 questions, 15 MCQs and 5 readings. And I'm going to start the timer right now. Go. This is my first time looking at all of these questions because I want to approach them as I would in an actual test, as I do in all of my videos. Okay, question 1. The table above shows some values of x and their corresponding values of y. Which of the following equations shows a possible relationship between x and y? So over here, I see -1, 1, 0, 2, 1, 3. So it's evident that y equal to x plus 2. So whatever value is here at the top is, if you add 2 to it, then you get the y value for it. So this is our equation, which is A. In the figure shown, line J is parallel to line K and line L is parallel to line M. What is the value of x? So over here, so we know that this is 80 because angles opposite to each other are congruent. And then if you look at this over here, this is an angle in linear pair. So this would be the sum of all the angles over here would be 180. And that means 80 plus 40, which is 120. And then that means that this would be 60 degrees. And now since this is a parallelogram, this is parallel to this is parallel to this. That means that the opposite angles are of the same measure. So that means that this is 140 degrees. And then if you look at this angle in the near pair, that the sum of this angle, big angle here, is 180. And we know this is 40. So x must be 40 degrees. 140 plus 40 equal to 180. So our answer would be choice A. The function f is defined by f of x equal to x squared minus 5x plus 6. What is the value of f of 4? Right, so f of 4 equal to 4 squared. You just plug in the value of 4 over here and over here. That's it. So 4 squared minus 5 times 4 plus 6, which is 16, minus 20 plus 6, which is -4, plus 6, which is +2. B. Right, Araceli can spend up to a total of $20 on streamers and balloons for a party. Streamers cost $149 per pack and balloons cost $439 per pack. Which of the following inequalities represents this situation, where S is the number of packs of streamers and B is number of packs of balloons? Right, so he can spend up to a total of $20, so he may not exceed this amount. And then we need to add up the total cost of all the streamers plus with the total cost of all the balloons. So that would be, if streamers is S, that would be $149 S plus, and then we add up the cost of the balloons, which is $439 B, and this value cannot exceed $20. So this must be less than or equal to $20. And so this is a minus, so it can be A. And this equation exactly matches what we wrote here. So our answer for this would be B. Bill is planning to drive 1,000 miles to visit his family. If he plans to drive 250 miles per day, which of the following represents the remaining distance D in miles that Bill will have to drive to reach his family after driving for N days? Right, so he has 1,000 miles to cover. So after one day, he'll have 1,000 minus 250, which is times 1, which is 750 miles. After 2 days, he'll have 1,000 minus 250 times 2, which is 500 miles to cover. So that is 1,000 minus 250 times the number of days, which they have said is N. So 250 N, which is equal to D. 1,000. This is, it's choice D. because this exactly matches our equation. If after one day we want to find out how many miles he's left to cover, just substitute n equal to 1000 minus 250, we have 750. So this works. Which of the following is equivalent to the given expression? X cubed plus x squared minus x. So x cubed plus x. Here, since we have a positive sign, we can ignore the brackets. If this was negative, then we would have had to make this change the values of all the signs, change the signs of all the values in this bracket. X cubed plus x squared minus x. So we have plus x minus x. So they cancel each other out, and we just have x cubed plus x squared. C. Question 7. The table gives some values of x and the corresponding values of f of x for polynomial function f. Which of the following could be the graph of f in the xy plane where y equal to f of x? Okay, so over here, I can see that the 1 square unit is actually 2. So this is 2, 4, 6, 8, and so on. And we know that the y-intercept is 2. So this is 2. I'm going to mark this in, let's say, blue. So we need, so the point, 1 point on our graph should be here. So we have one here, and we have one here. We can't eliminate these yet. We do not actually have one here. So it's most definitely not C. And we have C because it doesn't have a point here. That's what we're looking for. Over here, there's a point here, so we cannot eliminate D yet. Now let's look at another one of our values. We have minus 2, minus 2. So when x equal to minus 2, y equal to minus 2. Let's find those points here. So this is 0, and then this is minus 2, and this is minus 2 for y. And minus 2 would be a point here, which obviously is not, so it's not A. And then minus 2, this graph doesn't have a point here either, so it's not B. So it has to be D, and yes, it does have a point at minus 2. So our answer for this would be D. Okay, moving on. Okay. Question 8. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to the given expression where x is not equal to negative 2? So we have x plus 2. So this is a fairly easy question. X plus 2 over x plus 2 times x plus 2, right? So we can just cross x plus 2, they cancel each other out. We have 1 over x plus 2. So we're looking for B. Which of the following is an equation of the line in the xy plane that contains the points 1, 3, and 5, 15? So we're looking here, if you're familiar with the equation of a line, is y equal to mx plus b. We're looking, so we're going to first find the slope of these points. So we have 15 minus 3 over 5 minus 1. We know that the slope equal to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is, so this is y2, 15 minus y1, which is 3, over x2, 5 minus x1, which is 1. 5 minus 1, which is 12 over 4. And so we know that slope, which is m, equal to 12 over 4, which is 3. So we're looking for an equation which has 3 as the coefficient of x, and I see it right here. We got y equal to 3x. So our answer here should be A. 10. 4x plus b over 2 equal to 2x plus 8. In the given equation, b is a constant and the equation has infinitely many solutions. What is the value of b? This means that the left side is equal to the right side. And I'm going to first remove this 2 from here and then multiply both sides by 2. So we have 4x plus b equal to 2x plus 8 times 2, which is 4x plus 16. Now, this is easy to substitute. If 4x plus b equal to 4x plus 16, that could only mean that b equal to 16. So our answer here would be T. What is the area in square units of the figure shown? So over here, I see this is a square and a triangle. So I'm going to draw an imaginary line here. And we know that this is 4 and this is 4. So this is a square which has an area of 16 square units. And then we have this triangle here. It's obviously a right angle triangle because it has, since this is 90, this has to be 90. So this is a right angle triangle, and I know this is 5, this is 4, so this must be 3 because 3, 4, 5 is a Pythagorean triplet. So to calculate the area of a triangle, all I need to do is multiply the base with the height and divide by 2. So we know the base here is 3, so half times 3, and we know the height here is 4 times 4, which is half times 12, which is 6. So you know this is 16, this is 6, 16 plus 6. The square area of the figure shown below is 22. What is the, are we missing one here? Okay, we're not. What is the y-intercept of the graph of y equal to 4 raised to x in the xy plane? So if I draw a graph with, then this is the y-intercept of this graph. Okay, but so the y-intercept always has an x value of, if you see here, the value of x is 0. So here x equal to 0, and then the y-intercept is whatever value of y the graph intercepts the y-axis at. So we just need to substitute x equal to 0 over here. So y equal to 4 raised to 0, and you know that, okay, x raised to 0 equal to 1, where x is a constant. So this is an identity, power identity. So therefore 4 raised to 0 equal to 1. And that means that the y-intercept of this graph is 1. So the point we are looking for is 0, 1, which is C. X squared minus 14x plus 40 equal to 2x plus 1. What is the sum of the solutions to the given equation? Right, so first we just want to bring both of these values to this side, and let's first do that. So x squared minus 14x minus 2x. So we have x squared minus 16x plus 40 minus 1 plus 39. And then on the right hand side we have 0. And so basically at this point, if you have a graphing calculator, this is easy. You can just plug it in and find the roots. But of course, I'm going to do this the manual way. So then we can write this as x squared minus 13x minus 3x plus 39 equal to 0. Here, basically what I'm doing is I'm breaking this down, minus 16x, into two numbers that add up to negative 16. And when you multiply these two numbers, you get 39 times this number, which is 1. So that's 39 times 1. So when you multiply negative 13 by negative 3, you get 39. So this works. And then I'm going to bring x outside. So we have x times x minus 13 minus 3 times x minus 13 equal to 0. Therefore, x minus 3 times x minus 13 equal to 0, and x equal to 3, x equal to 13. These are our two solutions. And then when we add 13 and 3, we get 16. So our answer here should be D. Okay, question 14. When the speed of an object approaches the speed of light, its length as seen by the observer changes. length is s, and when the same object is moving at speed, the formula above expresses L in terms of s, v, and c, the speed of light. Which of the following gives the speed? So basically we need to isolate this v here. Right, so first I'm going to divide both sides of this equation by s. So we get L over s equal to the square root, right, the square root of 1 minus v squared over c squared. And then I'm going to square both sides so we can get rid of this square root sign here. And I can write L squared over s squared here equal to 1 minus v squared over c squared. And then I can multiply both sides by c squared. So that would be squared minus c squared times. So wait, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring v squared over c squared here, and then bring 1 minus L squared over s squared here. So we have v squared over c squared equal to 1 minus L squared over s squared. Right, and then I'm going to multiply both sides by c squared. So we have v squared equal to c squared times 1 minus L squared over s squared. Okay, and now we're just gonna, so here we have v everywhere, so we need to find the value of v, not v squared. So we're gonna take the square root of both sides. We have v equal to the square root of c squared is c, and then the square root of this would be the square root of 1 minus L squared over s squared. Great, so it's option A, which perfectly matches our answer. The half-life of a certain substance in an aquatic environment is about 150 years. Which of the following exponential? Actually, I'm curious to know how much time we have remaining. We have about 8 minutes left. The half-life of a certain substance in an aquatic environment is about 150 years. Which of the following exponential functions best models the amount AT in grams of the substance that remains T years after 200 grams of the substance is applied to the... So now the half-life is 150 years. So if you have a substance that measures 200 grams, that means that in 150 years, that substance would weigh 100 grams. So we're looking for something like, so over here, right, so over here our answer would be D, because if I take 200 times 1 over 2, and then T is the time. So after 150 years, this 200 is going to be 100. So if I do 150 over 150, then you get this as 1, which is just 200 times 1 over 2, which is 100. So option D would work here. And I think we are on to the gradients. Right, we have the gradients. The graph of y equal to mx plus b, where m and b are constants, is shown in the xy plane. What is the value of m? Basically, they're just asking us to find the slope here. So this is 0.04, and this is -1, 2. -1, 2. And we're going to find the slope. The slope formula is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, which is 4 minus 2. So we have 4 minus 2 over 0 minus -1, which is 0 plus 1. So that's 2 over 1, which is just, so our answer here would be 2. 16, 17. X plus y equal to 5, 2x equal to 5. If xy is a solution, what is the value of y? So we know that both of these equal to 5, so therefore 2x must be equal to x plus y. And that means that if you, so that means that the x equal to y. And if you put this, if you put x equal to y over here, then you get 2y equal to 5, and therefore y equal to 5 over 2. This is our answer. Okay, what value? Okay, that's 19. We're on 18. What positive value of x satisfies the equation above 5 times x minus 3 times x plus 1? So over here, if I put the value of 3, then I get 5 times 3 minus 3, which is 0, times 3 plus 1, which is 4, which is 0. So this works perfectly. If I put negative 1 over here, if I put negative x equal to negative 1, then I'd get 5 times negative 1 minus 3, which is negative 4, times 0, which also works. But they've asked for the positive value of x that satisfies the equation. So the answer to this would be 3. What value of x satisfies the equation above? 3x minus 0.6 equal to 1.8. Adding 0.6 to both sides, we get 3x equal to 2.4. X dividing both sides by 3, we get x equal to 0.8. So this is our answer. Last question. A square is inscribed in a circle with radius 6√2 inches. So this is a circle, and the square is inscribed within the circle. Okay. What is the perimeter of the square in inches? So we know that the radius equal to 6√2. So if I join this, then I know this equal to 6√2. And then if I join one more this way, we know that this in the entire length, or the diameter, is 6√2 times 2, which is 12√2. So basically the diagonal of this square is 12√2. And you should keep this in mind, that the diagonal of a square is always s√2, where s is the length of the side of the square. So if the diagonal of this square is 12√2, then that means that the length of the side of the square is 12 inches. Now they've asked us for the perimeter of the square, and the perimeter is 4s, so p equal to 4s, and we know that s equal to 12, so therefore p equal to 4 times 12, which is 48, which should be our answer. And that is it. We have about 2 minutes left. Plenty of time. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure all my answers are correct. They should be, unless I made a stupid mistake here somewhere. Okay. I have the answers for this downloaded somewhere on my phone. I'm gonna zoom out so it becomes a bit easier for us to correct. It makes it quicker. Okay, no calc, AABB, DC, DBA. Okay. Let's use a red pen. So A, B, D, C. So far so good. D. B. Wait. Yeah, okay. Almost had a heart attack there. B, A. D, B, C, D, A, D. D, B, C, B, A, D. D, A, D. Dad. So far, so good. And then we have our grid-ins. 5/2. Sorry, that's 2 and then 5/2. It's 2, 5/2, or 2.5, 3.8, and 48. Perfect. So we got all 20 of our answers correct on this one. I'll be making the next part of this. So this is part 3. I'm gonna do section 4 super soon. And yep, that's it. Good luck for your sets, guys. And if you like my video, please subscribe to my channel and drop a like. Thank you.